Roblox has announced its own version of ChatGPT called Generational AI, which will allow you to make games without any knowledge. And I see everyone glorifying this thing because they're simply overestimating what it can do. But most of them are wrong, so let me break down some facts for you. But before we begin, please consider subscribing because I really want to hit 2,000 subs, and also join my Discord server. So for those who are unaware of what ChatGPT is, it's basically a machine learning model which has been fed with millions and millions of articles, books and stuff. So basically when you give it any sort of prompt, it will immediately give you a response. So it can write essays for you, it can write music for you, it can code for you. But it does have its downsides, such as it constantly getting information wrong, and when you try getting it to program something, it's gonna be packed with errors. Like if you want to code with ChatGPT, you need to know programming in order to fix all the errors that it's gonna generate. And the creators of ChatGPT also made this thing called Dall-E, which when you ask it to draw something, it'll literally make it, and it's so good. Like I literally used it to make the logo for this channel, but it does have its downsides, such as it can sometimes draw the wrong things, and it struggles with text since AI isn't good with drawings that have text on them. So Roblox just announced its own version of these AIs called Generative AI, and basically what it does is, when you give it a specific prompt, it'll program for you, it can build for you, and it can even make UI for you. So it can basically cover all aspects of game developing without you actually having to do anything. To give you a better understanding of how it works, let me just show you a clip that Roblox released itself. So basically, as you just saw, when the user gave it a certain prompt of a specific type of texture, it generated it and applied it onto a car, and they look pretty sick. AI freaking just scripted an entire car which was fully functioning, and as you can see, they weren't even selecting the car when they were programming it. So I'm guessing that it can like scan your entire map, and like when you say program a car, it'll like find a car in your map and then program that specific car or something, which is pretty sick. And as you just saw, it also created custom weather, and it also was able to animate, which is pretty sick. The one thing that they didn't show in this, which they mentioned in the blog, was that it can also build things. So you can literally ask it to make you an entire map in the matter of seconds, which is pretty cool. And you may be wondering, you said this was a bad thing and you're just glorifying the entire thing. So what exactly were you talking about? Well, let me get to that part right now. So first off, I just want to say that if you have zero experience with game development, so you can't build, script, or make UI, you won't be able to use this AI. That trailer that you just saw, that's like an over-exaggeration of what it can actually do. It won't actually be that good on release, and it won't be that good for years to come. So basically, the companies that created ChatGPT and Dall-E is this company called OpenAI, which is funded by Microsoft. And basically, ChatGPT is like the best AI on the market right now, and it can barely do basic programming, and it's like packed with errors. So when you actually try scripting with generative AI, which won't be nearly as good as ChatGPT, you're gonna see tons and tons of errors. So if you want to actually use the generative AI in order to program in your game, you're gonna need to know coding in order to fix all the bugs that it's gonna come up with. And Dall-E is a really good program, but it struggles with like two-dimensional drawings and stuff. And Roblox is saying that their AI can build entire three-dimensional models, which is a pretty long stretch because I don't think it'll be close to creating full-on objects. Like the things that it's gonna generate will be so buggy, it won't even look like what you're asking it to build. So in order to use the generative AI in order to build your objects, you're gonna need to be a builder in order to fix every bug that it's gonna build. So basically what I'm trying to say is that if you want to use generative AI, you won't be able to actually make games with it if you have no prior experience because of the number of bugs that it's gonna come up with. But that does not mean that Roblox will never get to that point, because in the upcoming years, like 2 to 3 years or so, it will function just the way that Roblox said it will. It will be able to make full-on games in the matter of seconds without you having any prior experience, and that is also a bad thing. So if you read the blog about generative AI, you can understand that Roblox is trying to make this thing replace developers. They're not trying to make this a tool for developers, but entirely replace them. And I'm gonna tell you what many tech YouTubers say. AI should not be a replacement for humans, but rather it should be a tool to help us improve ourselves. It should be a tool to make us more efficient, but that's not the direction that Roblox's AI is headed in. It's gonna entirely get rid of the jobs of game developers. It'll just be game owners. There won't be any developers because there's no need for them anymore. And Roblox will be flooded with counterfeit games and stuff, and they're gonna be pretty buggy, and there's gonna be a lot of scams. Like, this is gonna open doors to lots of new scams and stuff. This is really bad. But all of this is just my opinion on the AI and just my take on it. You can completely feel free to disagree with me. But yeah, that's basically everything I have for now. If you like this video, click on the video that's on the screen right now because YouTube thinks you'll like it. Bye!